The Galactic Council had never seen anything like the humans. In the shining halls of the central citadel, leaders from dozens of star systems gathered, each one tall, armored, or glowing with strange light. Ambassador Vera stood at the front, her shimmering blue skin reflecting the bright lights above. Her voice echoed through the hall, full of urgency and warning. "The humans are unlike any other species in the galaxy," she said. "They are small and seemingly weak, but their courage, intelligence, and will are unmatched. If we do not prepare, they will change the balance of power in ways we cannot imagine." Some members of the council murmured among themselves, exchanging doubtful glances. Captain Rylan from the Centauri system leaned back in his chair, his many eyes narrowing. "Humans, you expect us to fear them? They are primitive. They have no fleet that can challenge ours, no weapons that compare to our technology." Other council members nodded in agreement. "We have studied them," said Laura, a representative from the Draxian Alliance. "They are barely spacefaring. How could they possibly threaten civilizations that span hundreds of star systems?" Vera shook her head, frustration evident in her expression. "You do not understand. I have seen humans in combat simulations. Their strategies are unpredictable. They adapt and learn faster than any species I have encountered. They are not bound by tradition or fear. They take risks others would never consider, and they survive against impossible odds." The council chamber grew tense. Some members whispered while others openly laughed. "This is ridiculous," Ryland said. "We have faced dangerous species before. The humans are just another small planet with limited resources. They cannot pose a real threat." But Vera did not waver. "I have seen their courage firsthand," she continued. "I have studied their history. They have faced disasters, wars, and internal strife, yet they always survive. They rebuild, adapt, and improve. They are resourceful, clever, and determined. You cannot ignore them." Outside the council chambers, Earth was quiet. In a small town in Kansas, Jack Thompson worked on his spacecraft in the fields near his home. The sun reflected off the metal hull, and he adjusted the engines, testing their alignment. His fingers moved with practiced skill, the actions of someone who had spent years learning to master every part of his ship. Jack had always dreamed of adventure beyond the stars. While his neighbors focused on ordinary life, he spent hours learning about physics, propulsion systems, and navigation. Every day he pushed himself further, imagining what it would be like to pilot through unknown galaxies. Nearby, Lily Parker worked in her lab. She was an engineer, young and curious, with a mind that never stopped inventing. Her latest project was a small energy shield designed to protect spacecraft from extreme conditions. As she adjusted the circuitry, her mind raced with ideas. She wanted to create technology that could give humanity a chance in the vast and often dangerous universe. Neither Jack nor Lily knew that while they worked quietly, the leaders of the galaxy discussed their species. Vera's warnings had not reached the people who controlled fleets, planets, and entire star systems. Many assumed that humans were too small, too weak, and too unorganized to matter. But the humans were already changing. On Earth, secret research facilities worked tirelessly on technology that would eventually rival the most advanced systems in the galaxy. Scientists, engineers, and pilots collaborated, driven by curiosity and the need to protect their home planet. Jack was recruited into one of these initiatives. He was trained in advanced piloting, tactical maneuvers, and combat strategy. Every day he faced simulations that tested his abilities, forcing him to think quickly and act decisively. His mind learned patterns that no ordinary human could grasp, and he excelled beyond expectation. Lily joined the same program, her inventions becoming more sophisticated with each passing month. She created energy shields, propulsion systems, and weapons that could outmatch those of more advanced alien civilizations. Her work was secret, hidden from the rest of the world, but crucial to humanity's preparation for the unknown challenges ahead. Despite the humans' progress, the galaxy continued to ignore the warnings. Vera reached out to other ambassadors, explaining the humans' potential and urging caution. Some listened politely, but most dismissed her concerns. Political pride, arrogance, and disbelief kept them from taking action. Vera's frustration grew. She knew that when humans arrived in full force, the galaxy would be caught off guard. Their capabilities were beyond what anyone expected from a small blue planet in the outer rim. The humans' ability to innovate, adapt, and fight with courage and intelligence would soon be undeniable. Back on Earth, Jack and Lily trained relentlessly. They tested new spacecraft designs, energy shields, and weapon systems. They learned to coordinate, anticipate enemy moves, and adapt to unexpected challenges. Their teamwork improved with every simulation, and they formed a bond built on trust, respect, and shared ambition. One day, Jack and Lily were called to a briefing by the Defense Initiative. Holographic displays showed the positions of fleets, the movements of alien civilizations, and simulations of potential conflicts. The human leaders emphasized that while their planet seemed isolated, the galaxy was filled with dangers they could not yet see. They needed to be ready. Jack examined the displays carefully, noting the strengths and weaknesses of various alien fleets. He proposed strategies that no one had considered, emphasizing speed, flexibility, and the element of surprise. Lily worked on enhancing their technology, creating defenses and weapons that could withstand attacks from multiple directions. The humans' efforts went unnoticed by the wider galaxy. Meanwhile, in the central citadel, Vera continued to plead with the Council. Her warnings grew more desperate as she presented evidence, simulations, and historical records. "Do not underestimate them," she urged. "The humans will surprise you. If you ignore them, it may cost us more than you realize." Rylan, still skeptical, waved his tentacle dismissively. "We will see. If they are as dangerous as you say, the galaxy will learn soon enough. Until then, we have other matters to attend to." Vera left the council chamber, feeling the weight of responsibility. She knew she could not force the council to listen. The humans would have to show the galaxy themselves what they were capable of. And in that moment, the seeds of change were already growing on a small planet called Earth. Jack and Lily continued their work, unaware that they were preparing for a challenge that would soon reach beyond their home planet. Every test, every simulation, every improvement brought them closer to the day when humanity would prove its strength, resilience, and ingenuity to a galaxy that had doubted them. The humans' potential was immense, and the Council's ignorance only gave them more time to prepare. Earth remained calm, quiet, and seemingly ordinary, but within its cities, laboratories, and training grounds, humans were becoming something the galaxy could no longer ignore. Vera watched from a distance, her hope mingled with worry. She knew the humans would have to act before the galaxy realized their importance. When that day came, the leaders who had laughed and ignored her warnings would finally understand that humans were not to be underestimated. The future of the galaxy was quietly being shaped by those on Earth, and no one outside had yet noticed. Months passed, and humans continued their preparations quietly but efficiently. Jack Thompson and Lily Parker became central figures in Earth's secret defense program. Every day they trained, tested new technology, and studied alien strategies, honing their skills to a level unmatched by anyone else on the planet. Jack led advanced flight exercises, piloting spacecraft that were fast, nimble, and armed with experimental weapons. His instincts and ability to make split-second decisions amazed his instructors. Every simulation pushed him to the limits, teaching him to anticipate enemy moves and respond in ways that no alien strategist could expect. Lily, in her lab, worked tirelessly on energy shields, propulsion systems, and innovative weapons. She experimented with materials and energy patterns, creating designs that could survive attacks from advanced alien fleets. Her mind was always moving, solving problems before they even appeared, making her inventions more powerful and reliable with each iteration. Despite the progress on Earth, the Galactic Council still ignored Ambassador Vera's warnings. She continued her efforts, presenting new evidence and scenarios to alien leaders. "The humans will surprise you," she said repeatedly, her voice urgent. "They learn quickly, adapt faster than any other species, and are fearless in ways no one has seen. Prepare for the unexpected." Some leaders began to pay attention, but most dismissed her concerns. They believed that their fleets and technology were enough to contain any threat from a small planet like Earth. They had seen many species rise and fall, and humans seemed like just another insignificant example. On Earth, Jack and Lily were unaware of the Council's dismissal. They focused on improving humanity's defenses. Jack trained with small teams of pilots, running complex drills that tested speed, strategy, and teamwork. He learned to coordinate attacks, defend vulnerable ships, and adapt to changing scenarios. Each exercise taught him the importance of trust, communication, and quick thinking. Lily collaborated with engineers and scientists from around the world. Her inventions became the backbone of Earth's defense. She created energy shields that could absorb multiple hits, propulsion systems that allowed ships to maneuver like no other, and advanced communication tools that let pilots coordinate seamlessly. Her work pushed humanity far beyond what other species expected from a small, isolated planet. Humanity's strength grew quietly. Their fleets were small but highly efficient. Each ship was designed for speed, agility, and tactical advantage. The combination of human ingenuity, courage, and teamwork created a force that could challenge much larger alien empires. Meanwhile, Ambassador Vira monitored Earth closely. She observed simulations, analyzed reports, and kept track of Jack and Lily's progress. She knew that when humans were ready, they would act decisively and effectively, showing the galaxy their true potential. One day, a crisis arrived sooner than expected. Scouts from the Zorath Empire appeared near Earth's orbit. Their ships were massive, armed with energy cannons capable of destroying entire cities. The humans had been preparing for this, but the real test of their abilities had begun. Jack led the first wave of human pilots. They launched in small, fast spacecraft, dodging the Zorath fleet's initial attacks, using tactics that relied on speed, precision, and unpredictability. They disrupted the enemy's formations. Jack coordinated maneuvers with his team, taking advantage of weaknesses in the larger, slower Zorath ships. Lily activated experimental shields and energy weapons. Her technology created a defensive barrier that could withstand the enemy's strongest attacks. It also allowed humans to strike back with precision, damaging critical systems on the Zorath ships. The aliens were stunned. They had never encountered technology or strategies like this. Despite being outnumbered, the humans fought with courage and intelligence. Jack's leadership inspired his team, and Lily's inventions gave them the edge they needed. Small, agile spacecraft outmaneuvered massive warships. Energy shields absorbed hits that would have destroyed other vessels. Every move was calculated, every strike effective. The battle lasted for hours, and the Zorath fleet was forced to retreat. They reported back in shock, claiming that the humans were unlike any other species they had faced. Jack and Lily's names began to spread quietly across the galaxy, whispered among those who had encountered their tactics. Back in the council chambers, Ambassador Vera watched the reports with cautious hope. Finally, her warnings were validated. The humans had shown that they were not to be underestimated. Their intelligence, courage, and adaptability had given them a victory that no one had expected. Some council members began to reconsider their previous assumptions. Laura from the Draxian Alliance admitted that she had underestimated humans. "They are cleverer and stronger than we thought," she said. Others nodded, realizing that Earth's species had potential far beyond what they had imagined. But not everyone accepted this. Captain Ryland still doubted, insisting that the human success was a fluke. He argued that larger fleets and advanced technology would eventually overpower them, yet even he could not ignore the evidence of their recent victory. On Earth, Jack and Lily continued to prepare. They knew that the Zorath Empire would not be the last challenge. The galaxy was full of dangers, and humans would need every skill, every invention, and every bit of courage to survive and thrive. The humans' reputation grew quietly, not through diplomacy or conquest, but through actions and results. Jack and Lily led missions to explore nearby star systems, study alien technology, and protect weaker civilizations from threats. Their efforts demonstrated that humans were capable of not just defending themselves, but also aiding others. Ambassador Vera met with Earth's leaders, impressed by their abilities and moral code. She realized that humans had something other species lacked: the combination of intelligence, courage, and empathy. They were not just powerful, they were principled and determined, willing to fight for what was right. The council began to take notice. Members who had once dismissed the humans now approached cautiously, seeking alliances and understanding. The galaxy was slowly beginning to see that the small planet in the outer rim was home to a species that could not be ignored. Jack and Lily's efforts continued to shape humanity's destiny. Every mission, every invention, and every strategic decision brought them closer to the day when humans would take their place among the galaxy's most respected and feared species. Their courage, intelligence, and determination were building a future that no one outside of Earth had yet imagined. Vera watched with a mix of relief and anticipation. The humans had proven their potential, but much more lay ahead. The galaxy's true test was coming, and when it arrived, humanity would be ready. Jack and Lily, and the people of Earth, were quietly preparing to show the galaxy that underestimating humans was a mistake no one could afford to make. The first major encounter came sooner than anyone expected. A fleet from the Zorath Empire had returned, larger and more aggressive than before. They moved toward Earth's orbit with their massive warships, intending to force humanity into submission. The humans, however, were ready. Jack Thompson led the first wave of pilots, while Lily Parker activated the latest defensive technology she had developed. Jack's spacecraft were fast, small, and maneuverable. He communicated with his team through encrypted channels, coordinating attacks and defenses. Each move was precise, each decision calculated, yet flexible enough to adapt to any unexpected development. The Zorath fleet, with its enormous numbers and heavy firepower, was confident that they would crush this small planet's defenses. But the humans were unlike any foe they had faced. Lily's energy shields projected a protective barrier over key positions, absorbing attacks that would have destroyed ordinary spacecraft. Her weapon systems targeted critical points on enemy ships, disabling engines and weapons without exposing humans to unnecessary risk. Every action was planned, every invention tested in real combat situations, pushing humans to new heights. Jack led a daring maneuver, dividing his fleet into smaller units to outflank the enemy. Using speed and precision, they hit weak spots in the Zorath formation, causing confusion and disruption. Larger ships struggled to respond to the humans' unpredictable movements. Jack's team communicated seamlessly, adapting to every change in the enemy's strategy. The battle lasted for hours. Humans used tactics that had never been seen before. Jack anticipated enemy maneuvers and reacted instantly, while Lily's technology gave them the edge in both defense and offense. Small teams of humans disabled enormous warships, turning the tide of battle despite being heavily outnumbered. The Zorath commanders could not believe what they were witnessing. Their reports back to the Empire described humans as unlike any other species, clever, resourceful, and incredibly resilient. Each time the Zorath thought they had humans cornered, they found another strategy, another unexpected move. The humans' ability to learn and adapt in the middle of battle was astonishing. On Earth, the human population watched anxiously as news of the battle spread. Though most did not understand the technical details, they felt pride and hope. Humanity was fighting for survival, and for the first time the galaxy was seeing their true potential. Ambassador Vera monitored the battle closely. She knew that this confrontation would prove to the galaxy the truth she had warned them about. The humans' ingenuity, courage, and teamwork were on full display. The Zorath fleet, despite its overwhelming power, was struggling against a species they had underestimated. Jack and Lily worked tirelessly. Each victory and setback taught them something new. They adjusted tactics, improved technology, and coordinated their team with unmatched precision. The humans' ability to learn in real time and implement changes immediately gave them a unique advantage. By the end of the battle, the Zorath fleet was forced to retreat. The humans had won decisively, demonstrating skills and strategies that no alien species had anticipated. Reports of the encounter spread across the galaxy, reaching species that had ignored Vera's warnings. The humans were no longer considered a minor species. They had proven their strength and intelligence. The council convened again, this time with a tense atmosphere. Many members admitted that they had been wrong to dismiss Vera's warnings. The humans had shown the galaxy their potential, and there was no longer any doubt that they were a force to be reckoned with. Some leaders, like Laura from the Draxian Alliance, openly acknowledged the humans' abilities. "They are cleverer and stronger than we thought," she admitted. Others remained skeptical, but the evidence was undeniable. Humans had defeated a fleet many times larger and more powerful than their own, using intelligence, adaptability, and courage. Jack and Lily returned to Earth, greeted as heroes. Their victory had not only defended their planet, but had also changed the perception of humans across the galaxy. They continued to prepare, knowing that this battle was only the beginning. Other empires would come, testing humanity's abilities and resolve. Humanity's reputation began to grow quietly but steadily. Alien civilizations that had once ignored Earth now paid attention. Some sought alliances, hoping to learn from humans or gain their support. Others watched warily, realizing that underestimating humans was a dangerous mistake. Jack and Lily led missions to protect nearby star systems, assist weaker civilizations, and study alien technology. Their actions demonstrated that humans were not only capable of defending themselves, but could also act as guardians, using their intelligence and courage to help others. Ambassador Vera met with human leaders, impressed by their skills and principles. She realized that humans had a combination of traits that no other species possessed: intelligence, courage, adaptability, and empathy. These qualities made them not only powerful but respected and admired. The Council, humbled by the humans' victory, began to reconsider their approach. Members who had once laughed or dismissed the humans now approached cautiously, seeking understanding and alliances. The galaxy was beginning to see that Earth's species was extraordinary, capable of shaping the balance of power in ways no one had expected. Jack and Lily continued their work, improving technology, training new pilots, and refining strategies. Every mission, every experiment, and every tactical decision strengthened humanity's position. The humans were quietly building a future where they could not only survive but thrive in a galaxy filled with challenges. Vera watched with cautious hope. She knew that the humans' first major battle had proven their potential, but many challenges lay ahead. The galaxy was vast, filled with threats and opportunities. Jack, Lily, and the people of Earth were preparing for what would come, ready to demonstrate that underestimating humans was a mistake no civilization could afford to make. The humans' resilience, intelligence, and courage had been proven. They had faced overwhelming odds and emerged victorious. The galaxy had begun to take notice, and the seeds of respect and recognition were being sown. When the next challenge came, humanity would be ready, stronger and wiser than before. Humans did not rest after their first major victory. Jack Thompson and Lily Parker knew that other empires would test their strength, and that the galaxy's opinion of humans was beginning to change. They spent long hours improving technology, training pilots, and refining strategies. Each day brought new lessons and new challenges. Jack led exercises in distant star systems, simulating attacks from multiple enemy fleets. His pilots learned to anticipate maneuvers, communicate quickly, and execute complex strategies under pressure. Every mission tested their courage and intelligence, preparing them for the inevitable confrontations with larger and more experienced alien forces. Lily focused on enhancing technology that could provide both defense and offense. She created adaptive energy shields that could adjust to different types of attacks, propulsion systems that allowed spacecraft to maneuver like living beings, and communication systems that let pilots coordinate in real time even under heavy interference. Her inventions gave humans an edge no other species had anticipated. Meanwhile, the Galactic Council could no longer ignore humanity. Ambassador Vera continued to advocate for understanding and cooperation, showing reports of human victories and capabilities. Some leaders began to take her seriously, recognizing that humans were not a primitive species to be dismissed. Others were still reluctant, holding on to pride and the assumption that humans' success was limited to luck or small-scale battles. Humans, however, did not seek recognition. They focused on protecting their planet, assisting weaker civilizations, and exploring the stars. Their actions spoke louder than words. Jack and Lily led missions to defend colonies that were being threatened by aggressive alien factions. Using tactics that combined speed, intelligence, and innovation, humans repeatedly outmaneuvered and defeated superior enemy forces. The humans' reputation grew quietly but steadily. Alien races that had once dismissed them began to pay attention. Some sought alliances, hoping to benefit from human ingenuity and courage. Others approached warily, understanding that underestimating humans could lead to disaster. Jack and Lily continued to demonstrate that humans were not only strong and clever, but principled and fair. Vera watched these developments with cautious hope. She knew that humans had proven themselves in combat, but their true potential extended beyond their fighting abilities. Their adaptability, creativity, and empathy made them unique in the galaxy. These traits allowed humans to build relationships, form alliances, and influence events in ways that purely aggressive species could not. As humans explored and defended the galaxy, they faced increasingly complex challenges. They encountered alien technologies they had never seen, navigated political conflicts between star systems, and protected innocent civilizations from exploitation. Jack and Lily applied their experience, intelligence, and teamwork to overcome these obstacles. Each success strengthened humanity's position and reputation. The Council, once skeptical, began to acknowledge the humans' abilities. Leaders, who had dismissed Vera's warnings, now sought guidance and alliances. The humans' victories had demonstrated that intelligence, courage, and determination could achieve what raw power alone could not. Their actions were reshaping the galaxy's understanding of strength and influence. On Earth, preparations continued. New pilots trained under Jack's guidance, and engineers learned from Lily's inventions. The human defense program expanded, incorporating lessons learned from every encounter. Humanity was becoming a force capable of protecting itself and assisting allies, all while maintaining ethical principles and valuing life. The galaxy watched as humans grew stronger and more capable. Jack and Lily led missions that combined strategy, technology, and diplomacy. Their success inspired others, showing that even a small planet could produce a species capable of extraordinary achievements. The humans' approach was unlike any other. They fought when necessary, protected others, and used intelligence and innovation to overcome challenges. Ambassador Vera met with human leaders regularly, sharing insights and observing developments. She recognized that humans had a balance of traits no other species possessed. They were brave, clever, and adaptable, yet also empathetic and principled. These qualities made humans not only powerful, but respected and admired across the galaxy. The Council began to shift its perspective. Members who had once scoffed now approached cautiously, seeking cooperation. They realized that humans could not be underestimated and that their influence was growing rapidly. The galaxy was learning that intelligence, strategy, and determination could be as important as raw power in shaping the future. Jack and Lily continued to push humanity forward. They refined tactics, enhanced technology, and trained new generations of pilots and engineers. Each success added to humanity's reputation, proving that the species was capable of achieving what others considered impossible. Their dedication and ingenuity were laying the foundation for a future where humans could play a leading role in the galaxy. Vera watched these developments with a mixture of relief and anticipation. The humans had proven themselves in battle, but their potential extended far beyond conflict. Their intelligence, creativity, and moral code allowed them to build alliances, protect weaker species, and explore the galaxy with purpose. The humans were quietly shaping a future that no one outside of Earth had yet fully understood. As humans continued to grow stronger and more influential, the galaxy's perspective shifted. Species that had once dismissed Earth began to respect and fear the humans' abilities. Jack and Lily led with courage and intelligence, demonstrating that humans were not only capable of surviving in the galaxy, but of shaping it in meaningful ways. Their actions proved that underestimating humans was a mistake no civilization could afford to make. A final challenge arrived when a coalition of hostile empires launched a massive invasion, determined to crush humanity once and for all. Jack Thompson and Lily Parker knew that this would be the ultimate test. Every skill, every invention, and every strategy humanity had developed would be needed to survive and protect their planet and allies. The invading fleets were enormous, with warships far larger and more advanced than anything humans had encountered before. The coalition expected an easy victory. Earth, they assumed, was a primitive planet that could not defend itself against such overwhelming power. Jack coordinated the human defense with calm precision. His pilots, trained for years, responded instantly to commands, moving in perfect harmony. Every maneuver was designed to exploit weaknesses in the enemy's formation. Jack's leadership inspired confidence and courage, ensuring that every human pilot gave their best in the critical battle. Lily activated advanced shields and weapon systems. Her energy barriers protected key positions while offensive systems struck at the enemy with pinpoint accuracy. Her innovations allowed humans to fight beyond what their size and numbers would suggest. The alien forces were stunned to find that Earth's defenses were far stronger and more intelligent than they had ever imagined. The battle raged across space, with explosions and energy blasts lighting up the darkness. Humans used tactics that relied on speed, surprise, and coordination. Small groups outmaneuvered massive warships, disabling them before they could cause serious damage. Jack's strategies combined intelligence and daring, forcing the coalition fleets to react constantly to unexpected moves. Lily's technology provided both defense and offensive advantage. Shields absorbed energy blasts that could destroy entire ships, while weapons targeted weak points in enemy vessels. Humans adapted to every new challenge, using their ingenuity and quick thinking to gain the upper hand despite being outnumbered. Throughout the battle, humans demonstrated not only strength but ethical principles. They avoided unnecessary destruction, focused on neutralizing threats, and protected civilian colonies wherever possible. This approach earned them respect from some alien factions who had once considered humanity insignificant. After hours of intense combat, the coalition began to falter. Their ships, despite superior numbers and firepower, could not cope with the humans' unpredictable tactics and advanced technology. Each maneuver, each strike, and each defensive action from humans disrupted the coalition's plans, forcing them into retreat. The galaxy watched in astonishment. News spread quickly about humanity's victory against impossible odds. Species that had dismissed Earth and its people began to understand that humans were not just resilient, but brilliant, adaptable, and courageous. The Council's earlier doubts were replaced by awe and respect. Ambassador Vera addressed the Council again, her voice steady and commanding. "We warned you. We asked you to prepare. Now you see the humans' true capabilities. They are not a primitive species to be dismissed. They are a force of intelligence, courage, and innovation that can shape the future of this galaxy." The Council members, humbled and enlightened by the humans' actions, began to change their perspective. They sought alliances with Earth, understanding that cooperation with humans was not only wise but necessary for stability and survival. Jack and Lily returned to Earth, welcomed as heroes. Their victory had secured not only their planet, but had also influenced the balance of power in the galaxy. Humans had demonstrated that courage, intelligence, and principled action could achieve what raw power alone could not. Humanity's reputation was now firmly established. Other species began to approach with respect, seeking guidance, alliances, or simply observing the humans' approach to problem-solving and combat. Jack and Lily continued their work, training new pilots, advancing technology, and preparing for future challenges. The humans' legacy was being built, demonstrating that underestimating them was a grave mistake. The humans had proven that even a small, seemingly ordinary planet could produce a species capable of extraordinary achievements. Their courage, intelligence, and adaptability had reshaped the galaxy's understanding of strength and influence. Earth, once ignored, had become a symbol of resilience and ingenuity. Ambassador Vera watched with relief and pride. Her warnings had finally been validated, and the humans had exceeded even her expectations. Jack and Lily's leadership, combined with the collective effort of humanity, had shown that determination and intelligence could overcome overwhelming odds. As peace settled across the galaxy, humans continued their exploration and defense efforts. They assisted weaker civilizations, formed alliances, and continued to innovate. Their example inspired others, showing that bravery, intelligence, and moral principles could change the fate of worlds. The Galactic Council, now fully aware of humanity's potential, worked with Earth to ensure stability and cooperation across star systems. Humans had proven themselves not only as warriors but as leaders, innovators, and protectors. Their actions had reshaped the galaxy, ensuring that the mistake of underestimating them would never be repeated. Jack and Lily looked toward the stars, ready for whatever came next. Their journey had shown humanity's strength, but the galaxy was vast and full of challenges. With courage, intelligence, and unity, they knew humans could meet any threat. The galaxy had learned a crucial lesson. Humans were a species unlike any other, capable of shaping the course of history and protecting the future.